أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثات بدعة وكل بدعة دلالة وكل دلالة في النار. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, this is your Ustad Abu Basim, and today is 14th of Shawwal. We're almost entering 15th of Shawwal, alhamdulillah. Um, I just thought of making a small video, small relatively speaking, because usually my videos are like an hour and a half or so, as you know. This is going to be, inshallah, much shorter. On some aspects of Shawwal, because I've got a lot of questions on this area, what is to be done with respect to the fasting and so on and so forth. So I've titled it, What Should a Muslim Do in the Month of Shawwal? So even though we are like mid of Shawwal, better late than never, alhamdulillah. I thought it makes sense to do it. At least now we still have half the month left. Yeah. So I just want to quickly cover in the next few moments, is there any good after Ramadan, right? So Ramadan is finished, and the Muslims, the righteous Muslims like yourselves, are wondering, is the khair finished? Is the good finished? Yeah. Not to worry. As we know, the sixth from Shawwal is still there. So we'll look at that, and we'll also look at how to fast those 6 days and what's recommended, and also certain matters pertaining to the sisters specifically, because a lot of questions come from the sisters regarding in this area. So from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, narrated by Abu Ayyub al-Ansari radiallahu an, that whoever fasts Ramadan and follows it up with 6 days of Shawwal, it will be as if he fasted for a lifetime. And this is in Muslim, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, and Nasai, and Ibn Majah. So whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, so this means you complete the month of Ramadan, Kamil, and then follows it up. So subsequently, Thumma, with 6 days from Shawwal, it will be as if he fasted for a lifetime. It is as if he fasted for a lifetime. How so? In another hadith that's quite kind of explained also in the Nasai and Ibn Majah, Rasulullah says, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, whoever fasts for 6 days after Eid al-Fitr has completed the year. And according to another riwayat, Allah has made for each hasana 10 like it. So a month, which is the month of Ramadan, which we're talking about, the obligatory fasting, 1 month is like fasting 10 months. So the hasanat is of 10. Yeah. And fasting 6 days after that into 10, 60. So that completes a year. That's how the math is made up, right? So 360. So that's like a year of fasting. Alhamdulillah. So the ajr is still there, brothers and sisters. Even though Ramadan is gone, we are in Shawwal, but do not lose out on that ajr. And it's very easy. It's very easy. I mean, you fasted. I mean, look at it. I mean, you fasted 30 days of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah. And now we're just asking you to fast 6 days. Just 6 days more. But then it becomes so difficult at times, as we all know, because the shayateen are released and the shayateen are doing the waswasa. Huh? Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it next week. Huh? Let's combine it with this and let's do that. And let's fast with the husband. Let's fast with the wife. Or the daughter is going to fast. Let's fast with her. Yeah. So all these kind of waswasa coming, kind of delaying the whole matter, because shaitan, remember, doesn't want us to get this ajr. Shaitan does not want us to get the ajr of fasting the whole year. Barakallahu fikum. The next question is, should these be fasted consecutively? Yeah, the 6 days from Shawwal, should they be made up consecutively? As we know, first of all, that Eid al-Fitr, we couldn't fast. It's already gone, but just to kind of hindsight, Eid is haram to fast. So, but apart from Eid, yeah, what's the correct call? So it's not necessary, but it's highly mustahab. The scholars say it's highly recommended that you finish it off. Yeah, so because you're already in the mood of fasting, you've been fasting Ramadan, 30 days, it becomes easier to do those 6 days quickly and finish them off. So many times we see Muslims, alhamdulillah, from 2nd of Shawwal, they go on into the 8th and they finish it off, alhamdulillah. But some, like me, for example, yeah, we kind of delay it, which is permissible. Imam Nawawi, rahimahullah, he says, it is better to finish it off early, but delaying is permissible. as long as, of course, you finish it in Shawwal. Obviously, you can't do it later than that and expect the reward of Shawwal. Yeah. And Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahullah also says the same thing. It's better to finish it off early, but yeah, you can delay it. You can spread it out as well. So, for example, the first week you do two, the next week you do two more, the third week you do two more, and so on. This is permissible, allowed, and the ajr is the same. The ajr is the same as long as you finish 6 days in Shawwal. The ajr is the same as fasting the whole year, provided you've finished the month of Ramadan. So now moving on to the aspect of mostly sisters, though it could also apply to brothers, but largely we see this situation, let's call it that, cropping up with the sisters, right? What do I do? So, for example, should I first fast the missed days of Ramadan, or should I do the 6 days of Shawwal? The hadith is very clear, as we saw earlier, the hadith of Abu Ayyub al-Ansari and also the other hadith in An-Nasai and Ibn Majah, which is Sahih, that whoever finishes Ramadan, Kamil, completes it, and then fasts 6 days from Shawwal. So there's a condition now, there's a rider, there's a condition for the 6 days of Shawwal being getting that ajr, right? What is the condition? One has to finish the month of Ramadan. So if a sister couldn't finish the month of Ramadan because of her periods, and most sisters have this, the haid, yeah, so she would have missed like 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever, yeah. She needs to finish this first. This is the correct opinion, inshallah. In Shawwal, she needs to wrap up this first and then quickly try to finish off the 6 days of Shawwal. This is the general principle. Only then is the ajr there. But scholars have given an exception. Some cases, excuse me, you could have a situation where a sister, for example, she was not well part of the month of Ramadan, yeah, and then because of being unwell and married, this is an allowed Sharia thing for missing the fast, yeah. So she's not well, so she missed certain days, and then she got her periods as well. So now, for example, let's say she's missed, I don't know, 10 days or 15 days of fasting. It's possible. Or the sister could be breastfeeding, so she started fasting and then she couldn't complete, so she had to break the fasting, or whatever, something similar like this, yeah. So now in Shawwal, which is like 29 or 30 days, because we know the lunar month, the Hijri month, is either 29 or 30 days. So in this 29 or 30 days, bear in mind, she has to wrap up those 10 to 15 days, which she missed in Ramadan, yeah, and try to make the 6 days from Shawwal. And bear in mind, in this month as well, in Shawwal as well, she's going to get her periods, which is again going to be another week or 5 days or whatever. So it's going to be really tight and cramped up, and it's going to be difficult sometimes. And it also could have a bearing on the health of the Muslimah. So the scholars, based on these genuine necessities or genuine rather conditions of a Muslimah, they say in this case, if something is really like this serious and she's not able to do it, her health doesn't keep up, and still she wants that ajr of the 6 days, then in this case they say she can delay the missed days of Ramadan. She can finish off the 6 days from Shawwal, because these 6 days from Shawwal, she can't do it in Dhul Qa'dah. She can't do them in Dhul Hijjah. They have to be in Shawwal. Wada? Barakallahu fikum. So in this case, they say she can delay it as long as she finishes it before the next Ramadan. She has to finish those mixed days before the next Ramadan. Yeah? But this is an exception. She must try to finish the fast of Ramadan and then do Shawwal. But in some cases, when it's not possible, she was unwell and she had the periods and she couldn't, health is not keeping up with her. It happens, and these are very genuine cases. In this case, she can first finish off the 6 days of Shawwal and then try to do as much as possible from the missed days of Ramadan and then carry on, but try to finish it before the next Ramadan. But bear in mind, this is an exception. Wallahu alam. Even in this case, I would say she can start off some days from the missed days of Ramadan. Then, depending on how her health is, she does the 6 days of Shawwal. And the balanced missed days of Ramadan, she can either continue or do them next month. But again, like we said, this is an exception. And inshallah, the scholars say the ajr will be there, because Allah knows her condition the best, and Allah will not bear a person or a soul more than, will not burden, sorry, a soul more than what he or she can bear. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. The other question commonly arises in this month of Shawwal and the fasts, Nafil fasts, because these are Nafil fasts, right? So can the intention be combined? Yeah. Can I, let's say I have 2 days missed of Ramadan and I want to fast 6 days of Shawwal. Can I fast a day in Shawwal, combining the intentions? So I'm fasting today or tomorrow, for example. I want to fast tomorrow, for example. But I want to combine the niyyah, the intention of the Ramadan missed fast and the Shawwal fast on the same day. Is that permissible? No, that is not permissible. Because the obligatory fast of Ramadan is something which is fard, it's wajib, it's due to Allah. So this is something in a different category. You cannot combine that intention with any other intention. Those have to be done and made up as is, as an obligatory fast. You can't combine this with any other intention. However, when you fast the 6 days of Shawwal, yeah, you can combine, inshallah, that niyyah with, for example, the Ayyam al-Bayd, which we're just going through, 13th, 14th, and 15th of Shawwal. So you can combine these two and hope for the reward of both, inshallah. Or, for example, Yawm al-Ithnain, Yawm al-Khamis, this is permissible. So tomorrow is Yawm al-Khamis, so you can fast um, that day with the double intention of the Shawwal fast and inshallah Yawm al-Khamis, and hope for the reward from Allah, and inshallah Allah will give that reward, inshallah. This is what the scholars say. But again, the Ramadan fast cannot be combined with any other fasts because these are obligatory fasts. Barakallahu fikum. And finally, a last point, singling out Yawm al-Jumu'ah and Yawm al-Sabt. As we know from the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that singling out and fasting only on Yawm al-Jumu'ah or Yawm al-Sabt is not allowed. It's haram. With the intention of fasting Yawm al-Jumu'ah and Sabt. But Tayyib, Ustad, if I have, for example, after tomorrow is Yawm al-Jumu'ah and I want to fast Shawwal, the 6 days of Shawwal. So I fast Khamis first day and Jummah is my second day. Is that permissible? Yes, that's permissible. Because now your niyyah, your intention is that you're fasting Shawwal, not Yawm al-Jumu'ah. It happens to be Yawm al-Jumu'ah, but your niyyah is that you're fasting the day of Shawwal, and this is permissible, inshallah. And it's better to make it up with one day before it and one day after. So you either fast Khamis and Jummah or Jummah and Sabt together. Yeah. But with the intention of Shawwal, innamal amalu bin niyyah. Innamal amalu bin niyyah. Actions are judged based on the intentions. Barakallahu feekum. So this was a quick reminder, inshallah, for all of us, and I hope this is beneficial. And we hope to, Dinu Nasiha. So it's a reminder first to me and then to all of you, because these are some points regarding Shawwal which people all usually have questions on. So I thought I'll make a quick video on this. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullah khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wa akhir da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.